just to come out on the good side, you got 200 in every new customer, right? So now it's a $500 ticket. All right, and it says $700 is probably like a fan motor or something like that, right? So what's the fan motor, about 120?
Yeah.
All right. So now we got about 120. So 380. All right, and then you got labor for just that one call. Would probably say drive time and talking and finishing up your paperwork 3 hours.
Yeah. That's $9,500 right there.
Yes. All right. So now there's $100. All right. So now we made 280. All right. So basically, what I'm trying to break down is show you. Now we haven't took out any overhead.
Yeah.
Right.
No fuel. No. Nothing.
Yes, and that could be wear and tear on vehicles. We ain't talked about this guy that you paid 3 hours. Now you're gonna pay him another 3 hours a day to stand around and chill because you don't want to lose your best guy. Is that fair?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So before overhead, we're down to $180 we made off that call. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So now we've gotten way more invested than we actually profited. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's why these 2-year parts, man. Some of these 2-year parts will change your company. Don't even offer a 1-year part, because if you keep this guy running for 3 years, and you're selling 2-year parts, you won't have to advertise again if you don't want to.
Right.
So
I'm coming back.
Yes. So what people don't realize is you don't actually make money until the second time. Money until you go out the second time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that retention is where it's at.
Yeah.
This way he's going to show you get your Google Guaranteed set up. You're not going to have to call for those callbacks, and they've already called you. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So second year parts, man, that's the game changer. I'm telling you right now, that and the maintenance program, but you already know about the maintenance program. Don't even allow your guys to sell a 1-year part.
Yeah.
If they constantly sell 1-year parts, make them $.
Yeah. I got you.
Am I wrong?
No, I mean.
Did I preach this when you did it all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, because now you're going to go back. Here's the thing. That fan motor went bad. That outdoor fan motor went bad. It's probably an old system. It probably caused damage to the compressor.
Yeah.
So the next call you get from that customer is probably going to be what?
More than likely, everyone need a new system.
Yes.
Yeah.
A new system. So I'm not even big on selling new systems. Let's just say a huge repair, right? You're talking a $4,000 repair because it's probably going to need a new system. It's going to need converted to a new refrigerant, yada, yada, yada. Or a new system, whatever. Me personally, I'm a repair guy.
Yeah.
I like repairs more than replacements. So then the second time, you're going to make, $4,000, all because you sold a 2-year motor. But it's also going to make this motor now, instead of all this right here, we're going to be at probably about 900 on a 2-year. Is that right?
Yeah.
So we're probably going to be around 900, right? So we're going to add 200 to the bottom line. So now we're back up. Now we're back up to some profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the first call. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now instead of slowly working our way out of business,
Yeah.
we're actually making some profit on the first call. It's probably getting spent somewhere, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's going to get us back over here for that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I promise you they will not keep your number if you don't sell a 2-year part.
Yeah.
But I promise you, human nature dictates they will keep your number because they think it's under warranty.
Yeah.
It don't matter if it's the outside unit that you got a warranty on and the indoor quits working, they're going to call you hoping something out there made that indoor unit not work.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
They don't want to waste that one hit.
Yes. So if you sell the 2-year parts, that's a game changer. The other number one killer is $0 tickets.
Yeah, and we get a bunch of them.
You should never have none of those.
I know. But
Show me how you write it up and show the customer what they need. You do it on that iPad?
I usually do the legal pad.
So you have 0 tickets?
No, I'm saying I went back on calls that I hadn't been
but
on.
they didn't use the legal pad in it.
No, there's not notes or nothing in the house call.
This right here is your number one seller, bro. I don't give them the invoice to go in there with. I go this right here.
Yeah, that's always. I always send them over a formal quote after I do the the legal pad after they make a choice, and I'll write them up.
I don't know why I put dollar signs. How do this set? All right, you write it like this. I spelled terrible, bro. I know I'm just spelling easy. I don't care. Immediate needs. So we go out there for what are you gonna use? Contact your fan motor?
Just not cooling, so I guess it'd be a contactor. Wouldn't say contactor.
Alright, let's have a contactor. It's never had a maintenance, so I can't even check the refrigerant good till we get maintenance, right?
Yeah.
That's an immediate need. That's another thing. I won't even let my guys put gauges on it.
Unless it's clean, yeah, you got to.
Because you can't get an accurate reading.
Yeah.
And all you're going to do is cause heartache because you're going to misdiagnose it. Like expansion valve or low refrigerant or something. So you can't tell the difference if it's not clean, right? It's not right. The price of a contactor. Let's just go ahead and say the capacitor's weak. Because it probably went, you know what I mean? You start having stuff go bad, usually the capacitor. Here's another thing I have. It's never just the capacitor. We have a rule. It's never just the
It's
capacitor.
always something caused it more likely to fail.
Because it did, 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So we have a rule. If it's just the capacitor, you got to call me. And I got to run through everything and make sure you checked it. You probably heard me say that a lot, right?
Yeah.
All right, immediate needs. And then that's the how. This right here will change the whole game, bro. This is going to take those 0 tickets. And he knows. It'll take 0 tickets and make them $2,000 or $3,000 tickets. Alright, so I don't ever say like name me or brand name. You say home.
Because you got a lot of people that try to bust your balls, and they do ask, and you got to tell them, and then they go and Google and see how much it is. And
yeah. So I think our home air purification is like 24. I'm almost going to say 2469. So again,
I've got to get some foggers.
this will all start out in the beginning when your guys get there. You need a script to go by so you can teach everybody. Right up your own. But starts when you walk in the door. Always make everybody have foot covers. Make them knock on the door and introduce themselves. And before they walk in, make them put the foot covers on. I don't care if they got brand new alligator skin shoes up on me. Make them put their foot covers on. It's part of the process. You see what I'm saying? This is automatically going to hit in the head.
And we got a bunch of that, which Matt's no longer running calls, but them $0 calls, that's something that was callbacks, from.
So, that's what you do. You say, hey, Mr. Dover, I'm Lucas. I'm here to check out your air conditioner. Could you tell me what's going on?
Yes, sir. It's not cooling at all.
All right. Let me get my foot covers on. We'll come in and take a look at it. Let me turn it over here. Now wait for it to kick on. I see. All right. I hear the outdoors not kicking on, so we'll check that first. But I'm going to check the system as a whole to keep us from having to come back out anytime soon. Does that sound good?
Absolutely.
You see what that was? They gave me permission to check all this IAQ stuff. And it was a trial close. So now you're getting used to saying yes.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now you're in with it. You know what I mean? Could you take me to the condenser?
Absolutely. Just run around back, open the fence right there.
Now, why would we do that right there? We want you to show me the way, right? And more times than not, you're gonna go with me. If they follow you to the condenser like that, you're done. You won.
Because they're interested. They want.
Well, they're gonna see your professionalism. Now, if you go to the condenser and you're fumbling and bumbling, and you don't know what you're doing, I don't know. You know what I mean? But if they follow you and you know what you're doing, hey, we got a bad contactor. I want to keep checking everything out as much as I can. See what all it is, and we'll go to the inside. Because you already told me you're going to check out the whole thing, right? You check everything out, and you come back with this list. Right here. Mr. Dover, take a look at this right here. We'll go over the immediate needs first. To get you up and running today, this is what it's going to take right here. A contactor, a maintenance, and a capacitor. Probably when this contactor went bad, it was drawing high amps and ruined your capacitor. That's why it's a little weak. So if we don't replace it too, the system will overheat after I leave here and it'll kick off again.
Yeah.
So, but when I was checking the system out as a whole, I found some other things you need. You need a duct sealant. You got some microbial growth issues on your lower cabinet. Has anyone ever talked to you about that before?
No, I haven't.
So none of the other HVAC guys that came out told you about your microbial growth problem? Let me show you this picture.
Yeah, damn. Yeah.
Yeah, and 80% of the time they're going,
Yeah.
They'll never go zero.
Yeah.
Even if they don't do this, they'll always do all this.
Yeah.
And what you don't want is your guys going out there doing just
that right there. Mm-hmm.
That's the key.
Because there's no money in it.
No.
I mean,
Look, we just showed it right here. We just showed what we had in each customer.
Yeah.
We only made $180 off a $700 ticket. What are we gonna make off a $220 ticket? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? So you're working your way out of business. That's what we all have been guilty of.
Yeah.
I say you. I don't mean you personally. I mean just us.
Yeah.
That's what we do. Yeah. So this, and you see how I reaffirmed everything. So the other companies that's been out, they've never told you about your microbial growth. You know what? 9 out of 10 customers are gonna say.
What?
They didn't even go check the inside. I didn't realize I had an inside unit.
Yeah.
Just because you weren't lazy and you had enough work ethic to go up into the attic, you just closed this $3,000 deal.
Yeah. Just because you're the only person that's been up there.
Now, don't we do this all the time?
Yeah.
And it's going to be better for the guys too if I incentivize this.
So I incentivize. Yes, I do that. So like this right here would have paid my guys. So when we started going through all of this, right? I let them know duct sealing is the most important. Because even if we start treating your air system, you got a lot of unconditioned air infiltrating the system.
Yeah.
Right? So everything else is kind of a band-aid if we don't do this with it.
Yeah. And
I usually get this and this. So I can pull up about 100 tickets and show you where I got this and this.
Yeah.
I tell them you do these two things, you don't really gotta have this. But if you don't want to invest the money, I understand. We can always do this just to get you by. It's going to be a little bit of a waste, but it's going to be a band-aid to get you by till you can afford this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a minimum you leave with extra $500 on top of all 3 of these. But you have to use this legal pad. They can get more serious. The iPad will not work. The invoice will not work.
Yeah.
This works. It's like it triggers like the same part of their brain as if you go to the doctor's office. And I pull this out and go, Mr. Dolan, so some of these lab results.
Yeah.
You getting fucking nervous, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I just pulled this legal pad out and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, where do I need to sign? What do I need to do?
It's serious with the legal pad. Yeah.
So it's the same thing. So if there's anything I could teach anybody, not that I know more or anything like that. Everything I do, I know because I made the mistakes of not doing it. It's these 2 things: retention, and I always use this legal pad just like this.
Yeah.
Is that how you're doing it?
That's the reason why the legal pads are here.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the first things that.
Now I want to get Josh ingrained into that.
Yeah.
You have to. And anybody that won't do it, you just gotta get rid of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry.
And notes and pictures and House Call Pro.
Notes and pictures, yes, everything.
Yeah.
So you can put checklists in House Call Pro, but they can't close it out until they do it.
Yeah, I've seen the checklist in there.
Yeah, you have to add it, just build it out the way you want it. So get signed up with TVA. So this is what I do. I said, okay, you're interested in all this. Once we do this and all this right here, I can get you $350 back with a check in your name from TVA, because all this is so important. TVA feels like all this is so important and it's going to save them electricity that they're going to give you $350 back because it's going to help them that much.
Yeah.
So just imagine how much it's going to help you, Mr. Dogan.
Yeah. Man, that's good.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If TVA is willing to give everybody $350 back that's doing this, just imagine how important it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Sign me up. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
We do it every day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, that's what I would do, and focus on the retention. Because I know he's going to show you the Google guarantee thing, and it's way better. And I know you're working on advertising, so focus on this, bro. Focus on the retention. You have to, because it's wasting money if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, they're going to get on there and Google, and I'm going to pop up, and then we're going to go out there and sell them to your part, and then we're going to call you again.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's how competitive it is right now, right?
Right.
You could have done a great job. It doesn't matter. I came and I sold Peace of Mind for 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yep.